This is going to be the notes and homework for 8th grade for translations and algebraic representations. So translations is just another set of transformations that we've done before. Transformations are the things that just, they change images up. Translations, all they do is they move an image from one place to another. For example, on number 1, the black one here that you see is going to the blue one, and we can tell that the blue one is the new one because of this little prime mark right here. So we know we're going from G to G prime. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be creating an algebraic representation. All of our algebraic representations will start like this, where we've got x and y, meaning our original set of coordinates. These are a set of directions, so this is what we're going to do with this graph. Well, on G, in our x direction, and remember that your x-axis, let me highlight that real quick. This is the x-axis, going left and right. So going left and right on G, to get from one G to the other, we have to go left one spot. So since we went left 1, we're going to take our x, and we're going to go subtract 1, because we backed up by 1. Now for our y, because here's our y column right here. For y, we had to go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 places. And to show that, we are going to do y minus 5. And for this first section, this is really all you were doing. You were just coming up with the algebraic representation for this section. If that didn't make a lot of sense yet, keep watching. I think it'll kind of click as you go. And if it doesn't, make sure you come to tutorials so I can help you out. So here on number 2, we're going to do pretty much the exact same setup. All of these are going to start out with x comma y and with an arrow. And now we just got to figure out what we're doing from one to the other. So now I'm just going to, it doesn't matter what point I pick, I'm going to go with h. So to get from h to h prime, I have to go left 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 places. So in the x direction, let me get this marked. In the x direction, I had to go back 5 places. Now for my y direction, well, I don't have to go up or down on this one. So nothing is changing about y. I could do y plus 0, but I'm just going to call it y and be done because nothing changed from one y to the next. And just as a quick reminder, you don't have to write this down in yours, but I do want you to see that this is our original point right here, and this is what we had to do to it. We had to subtract 5 in the x direction. This is our original point here, and we didn't do anything to it. We left it alone. And I'm going to show you real quick with h and h prime. So my coordinates for h, I just want you to see the difference, are 1, and looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, positive 4. For h prime, those coordinates, I got to count this real quick, 1, 2, 3, 4, we had to go back 4, and looks like up 4. So what I want you to see, and I'm going to use the same colors that I did on the bottom, our x's from here to here, we went down by 5. Our y column from here to here, nothing changed. Just want to make sure you guys see that. So now on number 3, we're going to be doing the same thing. Y and x, these are our directions. Now I've got to figure out what I do to the x. I'm just going to use d this time around. From d to d prime, I don't have to go left or right, so nothing is changing about my x. To get from d to d prime, I have to go down 1 on the y, so my y is going to be minus 1. For number 4, number 4 is kind of the same gig. We're going to do x comma y. Here's our arrow. Pardon my dog's barking in the background. Now I'm just going to use h this time around. From h to h prime, I've got to go left 1 spot. So for my x direction, I'm doing minus 1. For my y direction, looks like I'm having to go down 1, 2 places. So I'm going to do y minus 2. Again, these are all pretty much the same. At this point, you're probably going to be faster doing these on your own, but I'm going to do a few more for you in case you got any additional questions on that. And then starting at 11, I'll go through the newer part of this section. All right, for number 5, again, going to start out the exact same way. So I'm going to do x comma y and my arrow, and I'll use C on this one, looking from C to C prime. So I'm going to my blue one. I don't have to go left or right to get to C prime, so x is going to stay the exact same. For my y column, looks like we have to go up 1, So it's going to be y plus 1 because we are going up. And something that I have not actually summarized for you guys yet, but I'm going to anyways real quick. If I'm talking about my x, and if I'm going to the right, I'm going in the positive direction. That's a really sloppy arrow. If I'm going to the left, it's going to be in the negative direction. For my y column, if I'm going up, it's positive. If I'm going down, it will be negative. Now for number 6, we're going from f to f prime this time around. Again, I could do this on absolutely any of these, but I just keep picking random letters. Arrows. All right, for my x direction, to f prime, I have to go two places, whatever, to the right. So that is plus 2. For my y direction, I have to go down 1 place. So it's going to be y minus 1. On to number 7. Same thing as before, x comma y. Got my arrow. And I'll use k this time around. So for my x direction, to get from k to k prime, I've got to go over 1, 2, 3, 4 places. So that is a plus 4 in the x direction. Now for my y, I have to go up 1, 2, 3, 4 places. So plus 4. Both of those are positive because it was to the right and up. Number 8, x comma y, and an arrow. So that's going to be pretty much all of these. Now for my x direction, I'll use a this time around. To get from a to a prime, going to the blue one, I don't have to move left or right, so x is already done. There's nothing to do with it. From a to a prime, I have to go down 1 place, so it's going to be y minus 1. And might as well get these last 2 knocked out real quick because it's not going to take much longer. X comma y, and my arrow. This time I'm going to use t. So I'm going from t to t prime. So I'm having to go back 1. To do that in red. Back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 places. So that's going to be x minus 6. Now for my y direction, I've got to go down 1, 2, 3 places. So minus 3. And number 10 on here, and then we'll go to 11 on the next side. Same thing, x comma y, my set of arrows, and we'll just use L. From L to L prime, because I'm going in the positive direction, I have to go over 1 place, so x plus 1. I don't have to go up or down, so y is going to remain the same. Okay, for the remainder of this thing, what you guys are going to have to do is you're going to have to use the directions that they give you here. You're going to have to draw the figure, and then you're going to have to give me the coordinates for f prime, g prime, and h prime. So, taking a look at our directions. For x direction, this is saying that we're going to have to go to the right 3 places. For our y direction, that is saying that we're going to have to go down 5 places. So I'm going to do that from each point. So starting with g, I've got to go to the right 1, 2, 3 places. Now I'm going to have to go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Meaning my new point for G, my G prime, is right there. And I'm going to do that exact same pattern on all of these. So on H prime, I'm going to go to the right, 1, 2, 3. And I've got to go down 1, 2, well, I meant to do that in blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So my H prime is going to be right there. For F prime, same exact thing. I'm going to go to the right, 1, 2, 3 places, and down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that will be F prime. Now, you guys don't have to have the lines on yours. I just want to make it really clear. I'm trying to show you guys what I'm doing because you don't have me standing in front of the board. So I'm going to connect my dots. There's my new picture, and you can see it's the exact same image. If it doesn't look the same, then something went wrong somewhere. Now I just need my coordinates. For F prime, my coordinates, I don't move left or right, so it's 0 and then -2. G prime is going to be 2 and 0, and H prime is going to be 2 and -3. Now, this part's a little harder to show you on a video because I can't really like stand in front of you and show you what I'm doing. If you got questions on this, you do need to come to tutorials. This is stuff you guys have been doing for a while, and if you're still struggling on it, I want to help you, but you're going to have to come tell me about it. All right, for number 12, our set of directions here, let's see, our x, we're going to have to go to the left 2 places. Y, nada. We're not going to do anything with our y. So we're just moving this picture 2 places to the left. So I, in fact, I'm not going to even draw lines this time around. I is going to go right here. That'll be I prime. J is going to go 2 to the left. That'll be J prime. H is going to go 2 to the left. That'll be H prime. Now I can just connect my dots. So there's 1, 2, and 3. So same exact picture, just 2 places to the left. So H prime, my coordinates for that are going to be 1, looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, negative 5. Oops, there we go. I prime is going to be 1 and 0 because nothing actually changed about it. Let me get a prime out of that. And J prime is going to be negative 2, negative 1. All right, on to the next one, so number 13. This time around, looking at our directions, we're going to have to go to the right 2 places. So we're going to the right here, and we're going to be going down 1. So I'm going to go shift every single one of these, and actually I'm going to show you something a little additional on this one because it might make more sense for some people. So I'm going to go to the right 1, 2 places, and I'm going to have to go down 1. So this is going to be W prime. V, we're going to go 1, 2 to the right, down 1. So this is my new point for V prime. X, 2 to the right. Oops, I meant to do that in red. 2 to the right and down 1. And this will be X prime. Oops, what am I doing here? There we go, X prime. Connect my dots. There's my new picture. And for the coordinates, so I'm going to show you here. X prime is, looks like that's negative 2, positive 1. W prime is going to be 1, 2, 4, so 0, comma 4. And V prime is going to be 1, comma 2. Now, one thing I want to show you, just for comparison, you don't have to do this on your page, but I want to show you real quick. It's in a different color this time. I'm going to show you the original coordinates real quick. So for X, that's back 4, up 2. For W, that was back 2, oops, negative 2. And up 5, and for V, it was, where is that? I lost it. Negative 1 and up 3. Because our directions, looking at our directions that we had back here, we had to go right 2, so we were adding 2. To get from here to here, we had to add 2. And we had to go down 1. So I'm just wanting you guys to see the differences, like how the numbers actually compare to each other. Even with W, we had to go right 2, and we had to go down 1, just so you guys can kind of see how those compare. If that doesn't help you, don't worry about it. I can. Right now, I mostly just need you to be able to shift the image properly and come up with the new coordinates. And number 14 is going to be the last one I do for you guys. On this one, we're going to be going to the right 2 places, and we are going to be going up 1 place. So on each one of these, I'm going to go right 2 and up 1. So do it in blue. There's my new point. That will be U prime. I'm going to go to the right, right 2, up 1. That will be T prime. S will be at to the right 2 and up 1. I'm getting tired because I've been doing this too long. There's S prime. So connect the dots, get the same exact picture like I should. Now I got to come up with the coordinates real quick, except I didn't mark a prime on that one. So S prime is going to be negative 1, positive 2. T prime is going to be negative 2. Oh, Lord, screwing up what I'm typing here. It's going to be negative 2, positive 5. And U prime is going to be positive 1, positive 5. Guys, if you have any questions on the rest of these, make sure you come to tutorials so I can help you out on these.